Dr. Smith, just before commercial break, we were discussing how there's already on a government website, a forum, if you will, or some ideas that were put forward. Nothing's in policy, but just some thoughts put forward about biodigital convergence. So let's discuss some of the concerns. What are your main concerns with this seemingly futuristic biodigital convergence?
Right. First, I was say, it kind of reminds me of how I know that the Ontario Digital ID program is something that they were working on behind the scenes for a long time before they start, putting it out in public. So when we see that they're talking about things like, how do we incorporate digital technologies inside our own biology? How do we make it so that we send brain messages to artificial intelligences? How is it we receive information from various apps that tell us what decisions we're supposed to make and what kind of rewards or punishments there might be for making the right decisions or going against the advice, especially when it pertains to our health choices, our body. This is highlighted, as well as global impacts are highlighted in this document as well, like what kind of impacts are your decisions going to have on the environment and so forth. And so the scenario that this document suggests that we imagine ourselves as this future being is one where within a short period of time they've had to consult various apps, consult various artificial intelligences that give them directives regarding what sorts of decisions they ought to make regarding the most minute decisions of everyday life, as if everything is something that we should no longer really be responsible for making our own decisions for, but we should be following the really good advice of authoritative technologies and whichever decision makers are behind those.
Well, obviously there are several independence red flags and freedom red flags raised within what you said. But so how would our body, our minds communicate with this AI, this artificial intelligence? Are you suggesting? And because I want to make it very clear for our viewers that something would be injected into our body, or there's some kind of mechanism for our, be it our endocrine system, our brain to communicate with some external AI?
Right. No, the document suggests any number of these kinds of possibilities. And so we're in a situation where, the general public looks at these kinds of things as if it's still science fiction. Mm-hmm. Or something that only happens in university laboratories, but is still far off. But we already see, for example, people trying to come up with technologies that are sort of analyzing your facial expressions or surveilling us in various other ways. We know that our choices are being monitored, our preferences are being kept track of. And so it's exactly what kind of technologies are going to be used are not particularly specified. But what's clear is that they've got an idea that this is going to happen. The thing that really got me paying attention was the fact that it's sort of like the decisions have already been made. The future is going to look something like this. There is going to be some way in which your biology is going to be connected to technology. There's going to be ways in which it informs you and you inform it, and it's going to be dependent upon for you to make your everyday ordinary decisions. And right, that it's not really left up to Canadians to decide whether or not they even want to live like this. It's just assumed that it's going to be like this, and that powerful stakeholders are going to be the ones that are going to be making decisions about what technology is going to be, or what platform, or what app, or what kind of intervention.
And what kind of stakeholder would be interested in something like this?
Any kind of large business or technology company or biotech company
that is interested in selling like data points and really understanding or how to drive different desires or capitalize on a populace, I suppose.
Right. I mean, one of the things is it's sort of these technologies are presented as if they're going to make it so that we make smart choices. But it's clear that it looks like that what choices are the smart choices are the ones that have already been decided for us, and we'll find happiness by making the choices that are recommended to us.
Okay, I'm going to pause you there. We're going to pick this up in just a few moments.